When was the last time I took my last steps? I don't know. I became so tired that I was actually okay with not walking because that's how tired I was. That's the reality of the disease. I'm Stacy. I live in Northern California, and I'm 23 years old. Duchenne muscular dystrophy is a very rare disease. 20,000 people in the United States have it.
Elijah was only 6 when he was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, but he didn't let that stop him. He became a public speaker, a best-selling author, an advocate for others who need help across the country and around the world.
Most patients pass away in their mid-20s, and so being 15, I thought about I could be dead in the next 10 years. You know, that's crazy to think about. I took that as a challenge. So right after then, I started figuring out, you know, what can I do to make a difference about this? What can I do to change the course of this disease? I started Destroy Duchenne when I was 15 years old because, you know, I wanted to go and destroy this disease, right? Really simple. We should use our suffering to help people overcome their suffering. Don't let your suffering go unused, but use your suffering to help people overcome theirs. I wanted to make a big difference within this disease.
Well, a teen born with a rare fatal disease has turned his story from one of despair to one of inspiration.
Elijah Stacy, who is now considered the face of Duchenne, a fatal muscle wasting disease that also affects both of his siblings.
They're determined to not let it define them. In fact, they're using it to try and change the world.
Elijah became our #1 advocate for the right to try for individualized treatments. He spoke out across the country, he testified to legislatures, he wrote op-eds, he appeared in the media, and he lent his voice and his story to this incredibly important effort. Thanks to Elijah's help, 16 states enacted the law, with even more to come.
At 23, Elijah has accomplished more on behalf of patients suffering across this country than most of us could do in 100 years. And that's why we are so proud and honored to be giving Elijah this year's Goldwater Freedom Award.
I support anything that gives people medical freedom. I support anything that allows us to accelerate. And so this was something that I was always behind, and I'm glad to see that we have a Right to Try 2.0, which allows even more medical freedom, which I think is great. The reason that Right to Try 2.0 is necessary beyond Right to Try 1.0, if you will, is because you don't need to have phase 1 data already in place. So you can just do a treatment right away if your physician recommends it.
This law is so important because it builds on the original Right to Try and allows patients to access groundbreaking new treatments that are tailored to their genes. Elijah is one of a kind. He's passionate, he's inspirational, he's hardworking, and he's bringing hope to patients all around the country.
He's tenacious, dedicated, hardworking, and selfless.
If the patient wants it, if the company is willing to give it, and most importantly, in my opinion, the physician agrees with it, it's something that makes sense, and really the only reason I can't do it is because of the current law. That's very frustrating. Somebody that doesn't even know me has written a law which is stopping me from being able to take a drug today that could potentially totally change the course of my life.
Congratulations, Elijah, on winning the 2025 Goldwater Freedom Award. We absolutely could not do this work without you. Thank you.
Thank you, Elijah, for all your hard work. You're truly an inspiration. You're helping save lives. Congratulations on winning the Goldwater Institute Freedom Award.